state of the city is strong.
So at this time, I'd like to turn the mic over to Mayor Miller. He has some very good information for you guys. And afterwards, if you have questions, I believe all of us will be around to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that. You stole my thunder. I was going to announce it to the council.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now I got to turn some pages. So it's my honor and privilege to deliver the annual State of the City address. I'd like to begin by thanking our host, the Navasota County Chamber of Commerce, and sponsors, Navasota Examiner, Texas Pipe Works, and Citizens Bank. Thank you all very much for sponsoring this today. Also want to thank my colleagues on City Council that their dedication and commitment to the betterment of our community. Again, Mayor Pro Tem Canning, Council Members Holt, Gessner, and Barron, thank you all very much. They've taken the opportunity and accepted the responsibility to take bold steps for a better future for all citizens. My appreciation also I want to extend to City Manager Brad Stafford and his staff and his leadership team. He named them off already. Also want to recognize Kerry Bovier, City Attorney, who couldn't be with us today. The staff and council all share the same vision. We've all together, along with community support, made some really great strides this year. I want to welcome everyone that is attending today from the business community and individuals that have joined us. Appreciate your interest and dedication to the city of Navasota. I think it's fitting that we meet today in a facility that was transformed into a place for the community to gather. Just a few years ago, it was a rundown structure built in the 1930s by the WPA. It was used as a vocational building and a band hall, and later seemed to have no use at all. The city and the school district came together and created a community center, a place that up to that point Navasota did not have. We're proud today that it's become a place to meet, a place to celebrate, and a place to learn. We have numerous partnerships like we have at the school that are very strong, and we work to do joint projects with. In fact, this year with Navasota ISD, we were recently featured in a Texas Association of School Boards annual report for the work that we do together as a team. And I want to recognize and thank the members of the school board for their support and help. Thank you all very much. I'm going to now take some time and just review some of the efforts that we've made in the past year. With the opening of the new City Hall that now brings City Administration, Council Chambers, Police, Public Works, Building Department, Economic Development, and Tourism, all now in one building to serve everyone. The Police Department, we've added recently a less than lethal tool, the taser, to the tools of the force. Several thousands attended the treats on the streets. Probably if you were involved with that, you would stop by traffic because there were so many people attracted from all over. We've recently created a special response team that consists of officers and several individuals from the fire department. They'll consist of a hostage negotiator, explosive technician, dive team, swift water rescue. And they'll receive training in areas of barricaded situations, hostage situations, search and recovery of evidence, rivers and lakes, dynamic entry for drug warrants, and water rescue. Moving into the new City Hall brought more modern technology, like an interview lab, or interview room, processing lab, and evidence room, more conducive to a law enforcement environment than we did not have before. And also the department is much more accessible to the public. The library applied for and received over $5,000 from the Lone Star Grant, Texas State Library, for upgrades to equipment and materials. Also a grant from the Texas Connects Coalition, 5 replacement computers, 5 new computers, and 2 ADA compliant computers. So there are now 4 more computers available for public use. And just recently, library staff started writing a monthly article in the newspaper so they can keep everyone up to date on what's going on with the library. 2011 summer reading program more than doubled from the prior year, and there were more than 5,000 computer users in the library, and 648 new library cards were issued. This kind of tells you just the movement of things. Those are pretty big numbers for a community our size. The staff and friends of the library held a spring book sale, and they raised money to start a building fund. They also have regular patrons from the Navasota Nursing and Rehab Center who utilize the library, and when they're unable to come, the library staff takes books to them. We completed some major structural projects, including roof repairs and replacement of soffit and fascia on the building, the library building, and new HVAC units were installed, funded by a grant that we applied. There at Public Works, and starting with parks, our facilities, including the Navasota Center, which you're in today, the pool and the pavilions were rented for private events 176 times. The pool staff held 207 swim lessons, and the Navasota Center held 10 different classes with approximately 60 participants. As far as projects with the Parks Department, there were a number of improvements, including the lighting of the walking trail at Hillside Park, which I believe is the only park that's lighted, that you can, so that it does encourage all the time we can go down to that park. New improved signage at all the park facilities, the new soccer complex opened, and some improvements to the August Horse Pavilion. We held the summer camp that we held prior to that year, and were able to keep it going. We had great participation with that. New playground equipment at August Horse Park, and we've embarked now on a detailed future planning of the whole park system. All departments aided and assisted in the completion of the downtown utilities improvement project, totaling over 1,755 feet of 8- and 6-foot water lines. Oh, some of this is real interesting for you, so, hold down your excitement. Some of these numbers. But you can always, if someone asks you, you don't know what to say. Installed some new generators at the water plant in Well 7. Those were funded by state hurricane recovery grants. As everyone knows, the drought brought a lot of challenges, and the city crews repaired and replaced 3 times the number of water leaks that we have in a normal year. We kept the water flowing uninterrupted, and so I want to take this time to just thank the community for conserving, because it was not necessary to enact the stage 1 water restrictions. So applaud yourself for that. With regard to our gas system, the Texas Railroad Commission annual audit was passed with 0 alleged violations. I know you all been waiting for this. In fact, I know you've been waiting to hear. We treated 196,777,000 gallons of wastewater. But also did a number of infrastructure improvements, installing over 2,000 feet of 10-inch sewer mains from Blackshear to the Sunset Manufactured Home Park, 241 building permits, and the Planning and Zoning Commissions worked hard to realign the zoning districts to reflect the issues and desires set out by council and the public in the city's comprehensive plan. In multiple workshops, the Commission has looked at all areas of the city and determined zones assigned to support and reinforce the overall plan of capital development. The Building Department and the Code Enforcement, there were 620 cases investigated or inspected. And the daily complaints include tall weeds and grass, junk and debris, dilapidated structures, sewer lines and maintenance, stagnant water, unprotected exterior surfaces. Again, very interesting information. But it does show that we do take that very seriously to keep the community keep it unified, and also for the health and safety of the citizens. We're now in our 7th continuous year of funding the street improvement project. In 2011, 17 blocks of streets were reconstructed. Slowly but surely, we're able to take another bite every year to address the well-understood need in all areas of town. thanks to you and your neighbors, sanitation crews collected and recycled over 700 tons of yard waste into compost. 22.5 tons of paper, plastic, cardboard, and glass were recycled through a partnership with Public Services. And the recycling effort reflects an increase of 7.5 tons, or about 30% from the prior year. So we're getting more people involved with recycling. So that's exciting. The annual citywide cleanup event saw record participation this year. 483 residents participated in the cleanup efforts, which is an increase of nearly 300 residents. Nearly 1,200 tires were collected, 104 tons of debris were disposed, which was an increase of 21 tons from 2002. At the annual trash off litter cleanup event, it doubled from 88 volunteers to 167. And Navasota was again recognized as a Silver Star affiliate of Keep Texas Beautiful, only one of 34 communities in the state, out of 330 actually in the state. One of 3 education programs led by the Keep Navasota Beautiful Commission and staff was the litter force that came to elementary school, presented by TechStop. So about 1,000 students at John C. Webb were able to hear the message of keep things clean and don't litter. 6 businesses were recognized with the Navasota Beautification Award for helping keep Navasota beautiful through renovations, landscaping, and overall appearance. And you can too. You can nominate a deserving business or residents by visiting the city's website, navasota.tx.gov, where you can recognize the people that are playing a big part in keeping our city clean. We always welcome the support and help, and last year staff worked with 85 youth from a church youth conference, and they did some painting at the RV park and planted flowers and plants along Railroad Street, and about 80 bags of litter. So we never turned down help. At the airport, the city of Navasota was approved for a $6.6 million in grant funding to widen the airport runway from 60 feet to 75, lengthen it from 3,200 to 5,000, to attract homes for larger planes and jets, attract new residents, and increase business activity. And with the generosity of landowners, the total cost of the city was nearly just about $100,000. So we're excited about that. Brought a lot of things here for just a very small amount of money. Fire department took delivery of a new tanker for the volunteer organization that raised money for. Applied and received over $140,000 in grants for firefighter equipment, communications upgrades, and swift water rescue boat. We created and implemented the new fire marshal's office. And I want to take just a minute to make sure that I recognize and we all recognize our fire department for all the assistance that they gave during the wildfires. Thank you. With many cities cutting services, laying off employees, and some even in bankruptcy, I'm proud to announce that Navasota's financial condition is strong. Reserves continue to stay at a level of over $3 million. And our sales tax is up over about 8% over the prior year. And that's saying a lot in this economic time. We added online bill pay as well as a 24/7 payment center at the City Hall. It's been utilized a lot, so it's been made it a lot more convenient. The Finance and Communications Departments work together to earn the Gold Texas Transparency Award from the State Comptroller's Office. And it's an honor given to cities for their fiscal transparency. Beyond basic services that cities provide, economic development is a major focus of the City of Navasota and to this council and staff. Goodell and Bear Steel started production at their facility in March of last year, creating 17 new jobs in Navasota. We worked closely with the Magnolia Plaza, formerly the Prince Hall Plaza, to make some very visible improvements. The new Sunset Manufactured Mobile Home Park infrastructure, which is under development now, and the Hughes Fabrications office, and also work with the new St. Joseph Clinic here in town. We processed 10 Navasota Business Improvement Grants, or big grants, totaling over $23,000 that the Economic Development Corporation gave as matching funds for business improvements to signage and fascia. So you probably noticed a lot of that around town. We continue to partner with Workforce Solutions and Glen College in their workforce education to aid area employers. EDC also funded a portion of the statue of Mance Lipscomb, which you see in Mance Lipscomb Park. Facilitated the Six Flags Over Texas Monument project between private donor and city administration. You've seen that out on 105 at August Forest Park. And that dedication should be over the Independence Day weekend. Facilitated the inaugural Grand Fondo CMCO bike race, which came through Navasota and will again this year, April 1st. Brings thousands of tourists through Navasota to get to see our town. Facilitated the first ever shooting of a country music video in downtown Navasota, as well as a video of Mirror Band. And if you were downtown when you saw a flatbed truck going through town, that's what that was. A lot of people were, what's going on there? But first ever with that, and that was an interesting event. Under communications, marketing and tourism, the Navasota Navigator newsletter began, and that links city business to residents, so we get a better understanding of things that go on within the city. And coming very soon, we'll have a magazine that's going to feature tour maps and attractions of the city. We solidified our relationship with the Navasota Grimes County Chamber of Commerce, and there is a partner with us to assist with tourism efforts. Facilitated marketing and promotion of the Navasota Garden Club, Home and Garden Tour, Blues, Bluebonnets and Barbecue event, Blues Capital Texas 5K, and advertised in 8 different publications. We continue our efforts to keep them with our website, establish Twitter and Facebook notifications for Navasota information, and a new book that's coming out. It's based out of Houston tourism area. It's to visit Navasota or making it home. There's 10 pages in this new book that we're partially contributed to attract folks to come to Navasota. You've heard many things today about that help Navasota continue to be a great place to live, work, and play. Working with council members and staff, there are over 50 community volunteers that serve on various committees and advisory boards. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize them for giving their time to the city. If any members of any advisory boards or commissions are here with us today, please stand and be recognized. As far as current and some future projects coming up, just to give you a little update. We are in the process now of updating our comprehensive plan, working with Texas A&M University. And with full funding from TxDOT, the Highway 6 one-way feeder project should begin later this year. And a second project bringing turnarounds and pedestrian safety elements at Highway 6 and Highway 90, that will be next year. We all feel the growing pains, but the ongoing downtown streetscape project is progressive, and with that, the long-needed entrance monuments will also be constructed. We also won another grant for another streetscape project that will run along the south side of Washington Avenue, and that will begin later this year. And staff need to see continue to work with a number of really lucrative business prospects, so that we're working real hard on continuing our efforts to attract new business and work with them to come here. Just some upcoming city events. March 3rd, the Rattler Run, the first annual Rattler Run, 5K. Is it 5K? Okay. August Forest Park, March 3rd. The 11th annual Keep Navasota Beautiful Trash Off. The citywide cleanup comes up March 5th through 11th. April 14th, the Blues, Bluebonnets and Barbecue event, live music. And May 5th, the LaSalle bust rededication with the French consulate at August Forest Park. We know there's going to continue to be challenges, and I think one of the most important things is that this community rises and comes together. It doesn't have to be a big need. And continuing to work together as a team as we do will make us continue to be even more successful and have just the brightest future ever. I feel that the state of the city is strong.